Dessert. So, hey, what's going on, beer tubers? Eric John back at you with yet another beer review. And today, we're kind of looking at something I guess we kind of had our eyes on for a while, but never pulled the trigger, the $12 trigger, if you will. And this is a beer from Fair State Brewing Company in Northeast Minneapolis. This is called Saison Drei, or Drei.
Actually, I have an entirely huge tangent we might cut out later.
Oh, sure. Drei Fontenaine, it is like a rustic farmhouse tart Saison, 5.7% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs.
Right, I'm going to do my tangent now.
Go for it.
This is Brett Dry, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Levi write an entire article on how Brett Dry was not Brett Dry?
No, that was Brett Trois and Rant. Anyways, either way, this beer is kind of a beer that I was really, really excited when Fair State kind of announced it. Simply because there aren't many really, really traditional funky Saison.
I think you really
America
like
or
this
Saison,
favorite
depending
Brett,
on who you
right?
talk to. Yeah, I like the strain a lot. More so, I like the fact that they stay traditional with it, and they clearly it's fucking carbonated as F. Wow, I think that color is beautiful. You could actually have that color, and the camera's picking it up a little bit more orange than it actually. It's bright, like lemon yellow.
With this is where people call it hay colored because it's the super
fresh hay. Big 2 fingers worth of tight white bubbles. I mean, definitely a bottle conditioned beer.
Yeah, still effervescing off my glass.
Yeah, it's booming. So I'm really excited to get the nose on this one. I don't know if you are.
We'll see. I've been drinking some
shit about these beers.
Barrel aged vanilla coffee stuff.
Yeah, well. Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted this beer to be. It's been.
I'm gonna steal all of Eric's tasting.
It's been that's fine. It's been a long time since I've had a Drei Fontenaine, like classic Gouza or old Gouza or any of those even
all the stuff that people want.
Pretty
out
much
of them.
anything from Belgium that is highly accessible. This is definitely a Saison, but it draws a lot of that Drei Fontenaine yeast, and it's really funky. But slightly like lemon, tart, wet hay, not wet earth.
Horse blanket.
I don't know about that.
Old
That's kind of reaching for shit. But yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, really musty, really funky, really kind of just dirty cheese in a way.
Cheese you're not sure if you want to eat anymore.
Yeah, true. But really fucking funky. Doesn't smell very lactic. Doesn't smell... a lot of under attenuated lambic or Saison can come off as sweet and malty,
and then a lot of American stuff is lacto heavy and it's just
too tart, too sour,
super
vinegar. This smells seriously, honestly incredible. Is that you?
Yeah, I have an Outlook notification. I'm sure it's important.
Well, let's taste it. I'm full cocks out on the nose here, so cheers. Huh. Okay. The fact that I can buy this for $10 at my local store blows me away.
What do you want to tell the whole thing about? Local people might know who these people are.
Yeah. Okay. So Fair State Brewing Cooperative is a, I guess, co-op owned all the people own it, up to 1,000 people.
This is an Old Oak co-op beer.
This is also an Old Oak co-op beer. Levi and Caleb and the guys from Fair State kind of got behind this and made this thing possible with barrels and yeast.
If you're from Minnesota, you may know Levi and Caleb from being the guys that sit there and just pour beer the entire darkness day.
Yeah, and they pour great beer all day for free and don't ask for anything. I think this is more of a Fair State thing, but either way, this is absolutely dynamite. The beer that immediately comes to mind comparison-wise, a couple reasons, is Saison Brett from Boulevard. They have a highly tart lactic version of this, if you will, where it's a little bit more lemony and citric and low pH. This is more on the funk heavy. This is more on that barnyard crazy shit that people don't understand when you drink a Saison or
This is a beer that could turn people off. If you
totally.
try a sour
Yeah, you're
beer.
not gonna if you're not really into some of the Belgian funky stuff, you're probably not going to like this. If you've had...
This is actually an acceptable price point to try something.
Like $11.
Maybe hate it.
I don't know.
You're not spending $20 on like a 375 of some dumb loon.
Like I kind of
want to go. Oh, I heard this is good, but now I hate this, so I'm going to pour this in my sink.
Mm-hmm. It's almost a beer I want to go buy a couple more of and just lay them down and see what happens in a few years. I think the acidity will kind of go up a little bit.
The
balance is so nice right now between malt, funk, and acidity that it's a beer that I would crush all day. Like, I think it's awesome.
Pretty good. No, it finishes really clean. You just get a little bit of yeastiness on the tongue, and that's about it.
Joel and Baru, decent guy, did not like this as much as I am. We did have one of their other beers off camera last night.
I think this is really good, and I think our personal friend Nathan Ryerson would really like this.
Yeah, he would probably go cocks out as well. We'll have to get him one. I have France 44 has some more, so. I think ratings-wise, I'll probably go a little higher than you because you're not really privy to the style.
It's an okay style. It's not one I reach for on purpose.
No, I generally don't either.
I buy Saison Drei, and then I'll keep those for when I want them.
Now I know that this is what it is. I will seek this out. I'm going 96.
I was going to go 92.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. I think that, it can go really honestly like a low A or a high A really quickly depending on what you value in Saison.
I wish it was just a little more lemony personally.
Agreed. A little bit more bright. A little bit more citric, that's probably going to bring me back down to that like 94 range waffling here, but you're right.
Just a spike, right?
Just a little bit lower
that
pH.
Beer, that single, it was just like
the Crooked Stave one.
Yep.
If this had that, it'd be in the 98 upper echelon of wild American Saison. But really, 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 really good stuff from a local brewery that we don't really seek out often enough.
Yeah, so, we've tried some of their beers and we've only reviewed a couple, I think, right?
I don't think we the Hefeweizen and the IPA and
the Filet, not the IPA.
And Filet, no.
Those are different.
Wait, did I not review the IPA? I will go buy some IPA and review it tomorrow. That's $4.99, by the way. All right, hey, this has been another beer review. Saison Drei, Fair State Brewing Cooperative, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. These are beers that I don't want to put on like the Hill Farmstead Wild Ale level or the Saison level.
But
they're like that good, they're like tickling that.
Even if they were that good, I wouldn't because
they kind of remind me of a Minneapolis Crooked Stave in a way.
Now that we have Crooked Stave,
true.
Sour beer in Minneapolis is getting crazy.
It is.
Almanac in Wisconsin now.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another beer review. We will see you again probably in a little bit.
At some point.
Peace. Yeah, it's good. It's good.